Well, a very good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, on a very cold and blustery and snowy upstate of South Carolina. Along with Kim Blankenship, I'm Eric Thacker as we welcome you in live to the Templeton Center here on the campus of Presbyterian College for this evening's contest between the Panthers and the Blue Hose. For Presbyterian College, the good news is Reggie Dillard is back. The mononucleosis negative. It was showing positive a few days ago. He got the second test and came up negative. They had a third test to confirm that. So he will be our sixth man tonight. PC still looking for their first win. They lead in the series, Kim Blankenship, by 1 against these High Point Panthers, but the Panthers have won several in the last few meetings.
Yeah, they really have. This is a very good High Point team. Maybe not quite as good this year as they were last year, but they still have John Brown.
Brown's the captain.
John Brown is the man, and that's the one you want to watch. The 6'8" redshirt sophomore from Jacksonville does it all. He not only blocks shots and rebounds, but he scores the ball extremely well, Eric. He's got over 20 points a game, 5 games in a row. He's a guy who catches the ball down in the low post for the most part, can fade on you. He's got a variety of things he can go to down there. He's just a very good low post player who also can extend his range a little bit. So he's somebody that you really got to watch. He's far from the only one, but he is the main cog for High Point.
For Presbyterian College, they're going to have to get everybody involved, all 5 players, including Reggie Dillard, the 6th man. High Point does have some other guys that can score. They have 4 of their starting 5 that average in double figures, PC with 3, and we want to see that extend to maybe 4 as the season progresses.
One guy you'll want to keep your eye on is Devontae Wallace. He's shooting the ball at a really high clip in conference, 18 for 30 behind the arc. That translates to 60%. Well, I tell you what, if you find a guy who's playing on a regular basis that shoots over 35%, much less 60%, you better really keep an eye on him tonight. So you'll watch from a PC perspective, how will they do as far as not getting him good open looks? There's a couple other guys you got to worry about too, coming off the bench. The Congenie kid, there's a lot of stuff that you've got to worry about, but John Brown's number 1, and I would say Wallace would be number 2.
And I guess it's Jordan Downing from Presbyterian College. From the outside, even with triple drive and Will Truss on the block.
Yeah, there's no question about that. PC can hurt you in a number of different ways. You know, don't worry about the fact that they've only won 4 games this year. Smallest D1 school in the nation, but that's far from their competitive level because they do compete 19 out of 20 nights. We saw 1 blowout down at Charleston Southern. Everything else has been very competitive for about 3/4 of the game, Eric. The big thing, and we talk about this every time we do a broadcast, is trying to play a whole game of basketball without that lull. So if PC can do a little bit better than 3/4 tonight and really compete, do the things that you need to do, basics, box out, contest shots, don't give up easy second chances, take care of the basketball when you're in, take good shots, those basic fundamental things. They always compete. I believe they'll compete here tonight. We'll see what Reggie Dillard's energy level is, and then we'll go from there.
Alrighty, thank you, Kim Blankenship. We look forward to your analysis during the game. So we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the introduction of the starters and the tip-off between the Panthers and the Blue Hose right here on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
South Conference and its member institutions are committed to creating a safe, comfortable, and enjoyable experience for all fans. Spectators are reminded that behavior contrary to the fan code of conduct may result in immediate ejection from the premises. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Templeton Center for tonight's Big South game featuring the High Point Panthers and your Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Please stand as we honor America and those who serve to protect it with the playing of our national anthem. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First, the starters for High Point. A redshirt sophomore freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, number 0, John Brown. A freshman guard from Canovanas, Puerto Rico, Jorge Perez Laham. A sophomore forward from Stowe, Ohio, number 15, Lorenzo Cugini. A sophomore guard from Memphis, Tennessee, number 22, Adam Weary. A junior guard from Baltimore, Maryland, number 23, Devontae Wallace. The Panthers are coached by Scott Cherry. Assistant coaches are Ahmad Dorset, Neil Berry, and Trey Brown. And now the starters for Presbyterian College. A junior forward from Miami, Florida, number 0, Danny Herrera. A freshman guard from Johns Creek, Georgia, number 2, Marcus Terry. A sophomore guard from Piedmont, South Carolina, number 4, Austin Anderson. A junior center from Vestavia Hills, Alabama, number 15, Will Truss. And a redshirt junior guard from Huntersville, North Carolina, number 21, Jordan Downey. The Blue Hose are coached by Greg Nyman. Associate head coach is Justin Smith. Assistant coaches are Pierre Miller and John Reynolds. Athletic trainer is Nelson Jones.
All right, again, Blankenship. The Blue Hose looking to get their first win of the season. As we take a look at the Panthers of High Point. As Ken mentioned, that man right there with the basketball, that is John Brown, the sophomore from Jacksonville and 6'8", a complete basketball player. The Blue Hose coming out to the circle in their white uniforms trimmed in blue.
Just this past Saturday night, big guy, John Brown was number 2 on the Sports Center highlights with a back dunk off of a lob, a reverse dunk off of a lob in the lane.
Jumping against Danny Herrera. And Herrera with that big elevation, able to beat John Brown, and the tip controlled by Presbyterian. As Will Truss, you see him there. 15's going to look down on the block, and a very nice anticipation. Brown showing defense right off the bat. And then the lob to him,
late.
Trying to finish up.
Pass was late.
Trying to do another highlight reel. Herrera will go baseline and kick it back out. Look at Will Truss dribble drive.
Will Truss. Very nimble for the 6'8". Alabama football recruit. Will showing a little bit of quicks with the feet. You know, we talked a lot about John Brown in our pregame, but Will Truss is a nightmare matchup for anybody in this league, John Brown included. It's the bulk and the ability and the good feet. So that's a very good matchup there, Truss and Brown. Foul trouble will be key tonight. Will Truss stays out of foul trouble. He's got a good chance to win that individual matchup. But he's got his hands full. Make no doubt about it. Make no, see the fade away. Yep, he's the left hand. That's his strong hand, and he will go to the fade a lot.
Here's somebody that we would like to see heated up. That guy can.
Both of these kids in the backcourt, 21 and 2 for PC, have outstanding ability. Now, Austin Anderson has those same abilities, but not quite as explosive as those other 2 backcourt players for PC. Watch these guys. Terry, inexplicably, the other night against Liberty, we don't really know why, had reduced minutes when he had been playing very well. We'll have to look at his minutes tonight. I think he's a matchup nightmare for anybody. We'll see what happens here tonight.
Adam Weary was the guilty party for the first foul of the ball game. Jordan Downing off the dribble. Nice looking, and that's 2 steals for John Brown here early.
It's a lazy pass. I mean, it's a good play by John Brown, but it's more of a bad play delivery.
Laham for 3, and he makes it.
Not much of a scorer is Jorge, but, you know, distributes the ball well, and maybe he hits open jumpers when he has a chance. Certainly hit that one.
The freshman from Puerto Rico, Will Truss. Now, that's his position.
Late call.
Late.
Very late call. Probably was the right call, but a very late call.
15, Will Truss. That's his first, team first.
So we'll have to look at that. That was good position by Will, establishing himself on the block.
But a better job by Brown drawing that charge. Just a late call by the referee, but it's okay.
There's
Steal
a steal.
by Downing.
And he's got a 2-on-1 and a whistle and a good foul by Laham, his first team foul, number 2.
You know, the same thing can be said about any team, Eric. You know, we have to watch the foul problems here because High Point, a little bit shaky when Laham goes out of the game. Tend to turn it over more, just like all teams who have good point guards do. So if he gets in foul problems here early, as you see, what a nightmare matchup it is for anybody to try to guard this kid.
Who was second in scoring, now has fallen to 4th, averaging 18.5 a game.
But will possibly be 3rd at the end of this night. I really like that matchup for PC. It's going to be a lot of problems because Downing looks aggressive tonight when he does.
Wow, that was a breakdown defensively. Wide open on the right block. Caccini from Stowe, Ohio, and I know where Stowe is. That is Walsh Jesuit High School. That's up in Northeast. Nice bank off the glass.
And I thought a good no call by the refs as well, as Brown took another attempted charge, but no call and a good delivery by Terry. I think Terry's the key tonight, Eric. I really do. Hopefully Truss will stay out of foul problems and everybody else will give great effort. But I believe if Terry gets involved on both ends, especially offensively, I know he's going to defend, but if he gets involved offensively, should bode well for PC.
Like how the zone has extended and then another turnover.
And last time, the zone, PC just found a hole in the zone. 2 bad deliveries by PC.
3 steals by Brown. Weary on the dribble drive and finishes on the right side.
And a good idea by Downing not wasting a foul there, and a nice finish.
Right.
He contested a little bit, made Weary make a tough shot, but Weary delivered.
Terry can take you off the dribble. Downing, nice speed in.
Good delivery there.
Yeah, that's all day long.
Sure is. Brown is a good shot blocker, but he gives up too much in strength and bulk.
Shoulders, biceps.
As long as Truss is patient down there tonight, he should have a lot of success against one of the better players in the conference in John Brown.
Laham. Wallace on the skip. And a good save on that far side. And out of bounds and maintain High Point possession as Weary on that far corner.
Media
timeout on the floor. It's a 1-point game. It's snowy and it's cold in the upstate, but I think things will heat up here in the Templeton Center.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much did my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
See your local State Farm agent to help you with unexpected savings.
These buns aren't baking in a factory or at a McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's. There's only one place to get them. Introducing fresh baked buns, baked fresh in restaurant. Try them on the new Philly cheesesteak 3rd pound thick burger. Only at Hardee's.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of picture-perfect beachline will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on your family vacation. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Experience so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
Well, the students, despite the weather, look at that, coming out. One guy dressed to go to the beach looking to win a prize. And how about PC, 3 of 3 from the field for a perfect 100%.
Yeah, and High Point not much worse, 75% on 3 of 4 shooting. Points in the paint, even at 4 apiece. Off turnovers, 5 to 4. High Point with 5 and PC with 4. And fast break points, High Point with 2, and that's it. Nice pitch ahead by Austin. So that's okay. It's okay, yeah.
He was off balance, and there was nothing he could do but go ahead and commit to it.
Just tripped a little bit.
Sometimes you just need to fire it up, even if it looks ugly.
Oh, no, you want Danny to do that because he's rarely out of control. He goes to, just lost the ball temporarily. It's okay. He tried to make the most out of it, like you said.
Nice extra pass.
Sure was by Wallace.
Truss with his 3rd unofficial board.
Austin Anderson's very good in pick and roll. Nice cross.
Terry May
didn't do anything with it, but Austin Anderson very good in pick and roll. Now they're back to their half-court sets. That's what you want to do. Got Brown for a push.
On a hand check on the small of the back.
Exactly, and from PC's perspective, you love to see that. That's good coaching by Coach Nyberg. You know you've got that decided advantage. You've got a big horse like Truss who's playing very good basketball consistently this whole year. When he's not in foul trouble, he is a load to guard down there. Now Brown has to, well, he's not coming out of the game, but he's got 2, right?
Yeah.
And that's big right now with 14 to go in the
over
14. Oh, okay. They credit him with 1. I'm sorry.
Team foul number 3. As you see, Edwards in the ball game as he guards Anderson. Reggie Dillon.
First action in a while.
Little short on that one. May have rushed that one.
Yep.
May have committed mentally to that shot before he squared his shoulders up. There's a nice feed into Brown. Look at that.
Dump down, immediate elevation in the delivery in traffic. That's why he's scored 20 or better in 5 straight. Averages over 19 a game in this league. Only a sophomore.
Way not the lead.
Well done. That's well done. He's really becoming a better, more complete player as we go on through this year. He's matured a lot.
What you were saying, don't run through your shot. There he didn't run into it because he could have been hit with the charge.
Exactly.
Easily raised up.
Exactly. Yeah. Under control, body control. All he's got to do is get a space to elevate from. And there's a long one by
Weary.
Nice delivery there. But as long as Jordan Downing, and I'm not even exaggerating with this, as long as he's got space, 25 and in, it's a really good look for him because he shoots with such great balance. Beautiful release. Anderson for 3, missed that one bad. Truss with a deflection out of bounds. But getting back to the delivery by Jordan Downing, he really is. It's an absolute clinic on how to shoot a basketball I've never seen. And I'm not trying to gush here unnecessarily, Eric, but I've been around basketball a long, long time, and you won't see a better jump shot than Jordan Downing.
In terms of the mechanics and the fluidness.
Yeah, everything, the balance, the elevation, the perfectly set ball in the palm, the 90-degree angle, the whole thing, the beef, if you will, the acronym for some of our shooting experts out there. I mean, everything. Now, one time out of 40, he's going to be a little bit off balance. But when he rises up, it's just a thing of beauty. Really, really beautiful jump shot. Watch during this game what we're talking about now.
McIntyre off
nice
balance,
finish, yep.
able to rim that one.
Squared his shoulders in spite of being, watch this replay, see, and he ended up, his body's turned all the way, but he squared enough to get a nice look and a finish. Nice bucket.
And the foul on Edwards, I believe. His first.
5-point foul on
Terrell
number
Edwards,
foul number 4.
6'2", 210 out of Baltimore.
Team 4.
How many Baltimore kids on this roster? I see 3. So heavy recruiting in the Baltimore area.
Actually, Weary charged with the foul, not
Okay.
Edwards. That's 2 on Weary. And now you see for PC, Will Adams coming in.
Will Adams playing more and more minutes in the rotation now. Good player has helped Presbyterian. Now here's Dillard. Let's check him. He looks good. It's early
Going
in the game.
against Edwards,
Good
and
job.
another foul. So starting to pile up for High Point.
Number 3, Terrell Edwards.
And now that is Edwards' first.
Team 5.
It's just my humble opinion, Eric, that PC's record is very deceiving.
It is deceiving.
It really is, because they have so many kids that can play the game. They really do. They're a little undersized. We know that, especially in the down around the block. Yeah, the front line. But, you know, dangerous guards. Several of them, 3 or 4 off the dribble, and they play well in pick and roll. They run their sets, they're pretty patient, and at times shoot the ball pretty darn well. Not just Jordan Downey. Illegal pick by Adams.
Yep.
PC foul on number 24, Will Adams.
Think about PC and these kids. They need to make sure they don't get frustrated, because when you're not winning a lot of games, it's easy to get frustrated and backbiting and that kind of thing. And I think Coach Nybert and that staff has done a great job this year keeping everybody positive. That's a huge thing in a program like this.
Timeout on the floor. High Point by 4 here at Presbyterian.
Plans today to attend the Big South Basketball Championships. Go to visitmyrtlebeach.com/Big South.
I'm Chip Cooper, and this is Burt Fields. The savings are just a short drive away at Cooper Motor Company in Clinton.
Chrysler and Dodge make the #1 minivan in the country. You can save up to $7,500 on a new one at Cooper Motor Company.
And have you seen the all-new 2013 Dodge Dart? With an impressive 40 miles per gallon and more features than we can cover.
That's why, come take a test drive and get a chance to win $5,000 cash.
That's $5,000. Click, call, or step inside. If you can't trade with Cooper, you just can't trade.
This Big South Network game is brought to you in part by Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done. Rent it now. Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Visit myrtlebeach.com. Come see what we're all about. And Hardee's. Eat like you mean it.
Now with all streamed events free and available on your mobile devices. All this and more at BigSouthSports.com. Well, High Point still shooting the ball well. Ken Blankenship, 75%. And PC falling back down a bit, 57%.
Also want to keep an eye always on that assist-to-turnover ratio. And right now, High Point's 4-4 assist-to-turnovers. Presbyterian, 5 turnovers to 1 assist.
Wow. Long three-pointer, and draining that one is Lindauer.
6'3", 170 freshman, Moline, Illinois.
5 different Panthers have scored already for High Point, and it's the largest lead of the game, 7. Oh, and it took everything that Will Adams had to keep that possession.
Be patient, big fella. There you go.
Nice kick out. Nice finger roll.
Use that link, didn't he? Great link for a point guard, Austin Anderson. And he really has a nice ability to know when to shoot and when to pass. Rarely messes up.
5-point game. McIntyre gets the high post pick, comes back to Cugini.
Lindauer just,
And when, yeah.
Oh, he didn't waste any time, does he?
No, and look at Anderson go up and battle the trees and rips that rebound down. Here's Dillard. Adams open for the tray off of the back rim.
That's exactly what he needs to do. No hesitation. Ball's all in the hole, just didn't stay in there.
And, you know, if you're just going to let McIntyre go through you, that's what he's going to do.
6'2", 175 out of Harrisburg, PA. Same hometown as LaShawn Shady McCoy. Best running back in the NFL. Almost a turnover by Downing. State capital. You knew that, right?
Yes. Geography. Thacker, are you kidding me? Nice look in the Truss and one.
That's a nice finish now. It was to his strong hand. But Will with a little coil in there. Didn't he? Let's see if the truck will play that one again. Watch him coil up a little bit in there, maybe to avoid the block. But to get a little bit of English on that off the glass. I'll tell you what, if Will Truss, if you're on his back and he's around the hole, especially going to his left hand,
forget it.
You're cooked. Yeah. You're absolutely barbecued, and that time for 3.
Truss makes his free throw.
Danny Herrera.
Danny Herrera comes back in for Presbyterian.
I tell you what, Eric, I for one, and I think you back me on this, I am very glad that young man decided to play college basketball instead of college football. I think he'd have been a heck of a football player, from what I understand. Never seen him play football, but I really like the way his game has developed here at Presbyterian College.
The zone not extending as much as they did early, but that's a turnover if he can't save it, but he did. A nice hustle by McIntyre, who's going to dribble drive with the finger roll, and then he's going to get an and one as Herrera there on the block.
That's just a breakdown defensively late in the shot clock. The near turnover at half court, I believe, kind of caused PC to get out of what they were doing. You know, and McIntyre, to his credit, you know, found the opening in the zone created by all that havoc and calmly finished Herrera with the charge. So he comes back in and goes right back out in probably less than a minute.
McIntyre came in averaging 2.1, has a chance for 7 here in the first 10.5 minutes of play.
And once again, we see extended minutes on the bench for Terry. Second chance.
Wait a minute.
Tip out.
Cugini, that was a heck of a play. Go ahead.
Sure was. Well, here's Terry. I was going to say we see extended minutes on the bench for Terry. He's my X factor tonight. He and Herrera. You get good games out of both of those guys. I think you win tonight.
Six-point lead, McIntyre.
That's a great pass.
Yeah, that was a great assist as those numbers continue.
Lindauer.
Cugini with his 4th point, 2 field goals.
Lindauer with the dime. My fault, big guy. Lindauer paying big dividends offensively for High Point early.
The 3-point field goal and now the big assist. If Adams made that shot earlier, he takes that one.
No question.
Downing from way downtown, rimmed out. Truss almost able with the left hand, but he did lose it out of bounds.
Actually knocked it off of Cugini. He didn't really mean to, but it worked out well. So a new shot clock. Jordan might have panicked just a little bit, had a little bit more time. He raised up on that like he only had like 2 seconds. But still, that makes my point. Did you see the balance? Another deflection.
And now, guess who? That was Brown that did it on the pass. That could have been a foul, but then John Brown comes in and finishes.
Oh, my.
That was thunderous. Take a look. Thunderous. The miss, wham! The 2-hand flush by Brown.
That was pretty ridiculous there now. We don't want to gush too much, but that's pretty impressive. John Brown will do that. You've got to box him. Look at that. Oh, great bucket. Great bucket. Great contest by John Brown. So he went very high to contest that, and a fantastic finish there by the freshman, Dillard. Nice to see him get into books early, fairly early anyway. PC broken down a couple of times by McIntyre.
That was just a good fake. A little ball fake.
Shot fake, put it on the deck one time. Nice pitch ahead. Good dump down.
Oh, nice.
Got away with a walk. I think he did, but that's okay.
No, he didn't.
I think he might have hopped, but it's okay. The ref missed it, and we can see that at our break.
I'll show you. That wasn't steps.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see, but that's fine. It didn't get called. You're right. It was a great finish with his right hand, his offhand. But beautiful move, beautiful drop step by Will Truss and a delivery with the right hand, but I thought he might have hopped.
Leads all scores with 9. But it's a 6-point Panther lead. But PC, despite trailing, playing well. That's off the right side of the iron. And a nice block out and forces a high point foul on Devontae Wallace.
A very important player for them. The guy who's been making a lot of threes in conference.
That's his first, team 7.
As you take a look, no.
That was a good bucket. You're right. I thought I saw him lift both of those feet, but I sit corrected.
Media timeout on the floor. PC trails by 6, but we're seeing something here this evening.
$5 gift certificate to Tony's Pizza. If he misses it, he'll take that gift certificate and give it to...
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
Visit MyrtleBeach.com. Big South Basketball Championships will be played at beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina from March 4 through 9. Contact your ticket office for more information. We'll see you at the beach.
Well, thank you very much, Ken Blankenship. PC looking to improve as you take a look at Reggie Dillard, the freshman from Greensboro. Want to improve and get to that tournament. And if any team could be very scary, we're not just saying this because we're the voice of the Blue Hose. PC, so young,
well,
is going to make more improvement from the start of the season to the end of the season. You can't help it.
Well, I tell you what, Eric, I hope they do take us lightly, you know, in game 1 of that tournament. You know, that would help us even more. But I think you're right. This can be a scary team if they could put 40 minutes together. You know, beat any team in this conference.
That's right.
No question.
And talking about the conference, as Dillard throws in point number 3 and 4, we'll take a look at the conference standings and some matchups that are going on this evening around the Big South Conference. Right now, it's a 4-point game, and PC continues defensively with the zone.
Surprisingly, Howard didn't jack that. He's so quick to let that thing go. Maybe he knew better.
That's a nice stroke there by Wallace.
There's Wallace, the guy that's been shooting 60% in conference coming into tonight's game. 18 of 30, I believe it is.
Dillard, is that a matchup problem?
Dillard's a matchup problem for anybody, but a great job by Cugini there.
Nice floater by Dillard, and then Brown able to finally get the rebound.
I don't know if it was inadvertent or what.
Elbow.
Yeah, came up with the elbow. Oh, that's a late contest. Can't do that against Wallace. He's really wearing it out. You see, he makes 2 threes in a way. It's just a late contest. You gotta have the hand up. if he's even, you know, remotely within range.
Five.
Hesitates. Got Terry on the walk. Didn't put it down quick enough.
Like to see that one again if we can. See if he took steps before he put the ball on the floor, but we don't have it.
Number 0, Danny Herrera, and number 24,
again,
Will
I mean, the way Presbyterian College is played, the scoreboard, it doesn't really reflect it to me. Maybe defensively, not contesting the three-point shooters. 31-21. PC playing better than a 10-point deficit, at least to me. But there, another uncontested three.
Yeah, giving up way too many open looks tonight from three. Normally do a pretty good job with that.
5 different Panthers have hit three-point
Now listen,
buckets.
no team can contest every three, but you're just not contesting near enough tonight if you're PC.
Again, they got away from the extension, and I wonder, you know, if they...
Well, they're in dangerous territory right now.
Downing tries to answer and does.
See the extension, the great elevation.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings, beginning with our own in the Southern Division. Then we'll take a look at the North and maybe some of the matchups.
The South Division has Winthrop at 4-2. They're 2-1 at home, 2-1 on the road. Coastal is at 4-2. UNC Asheville is at 4-2. So you got 3 teams right there log jammed at the top. Charleston Southern 3-3. Gardner Webb is 3-3, and PC, of course, 0-6 in the North Division. Campbell is 4-2. VMI is 3-3. Radford 3-3. High Point 3-3. Liberty 3-3. So you've got 4 teams right in the middle, all log jammed at 3-3, and then Longwood brings up the cellar there at 2-4. Campbell 3-0 at home, and of course, big game in Campbell tonight. Charleston Southern goes into Big Camel, into the, actually it's into the Camel Den, I guess.
Yeah,
and in Bowie's Creek, North Carolina. I don't know exactly what they call that building there, but should be a very big game up there in the Big South tonight.
Edwards returns for the Panthers. Wallace again, this time rims out, and a nice little use of the left hand to shield him away from getting the basketball, Danny Herrera. Anderson, too deep.
It's okay. Came off the pick. It's part of the fast break offense. He had a nice look. Rise up. You got to make points. Get good looks. Let it go. Good job by Adams containing and then the extra pass and slow rotation. And right now, High Point making PC pay with slow rotations.
They're shooting lights out.
Well, they are, but they're getting too open a look. You may have to think about going to a man right here, unless you just hate the matchup that John Brown calls. His lob over the top. Great finish by Truss. There's no way John Brown, as good as he is, can guard Will Truss. There's nobody in this league can guard Will Truss on the low block.
When he gets it that deep.
There's no way. You're exactly right. That's the key. And that was a good entry pass. Nice touch on that.
Still not extending.
Yeah, see people out of position. They dodged a bullet there. Adams found himself out of position.
Brown, short.
High Point does a good job of finding people, you know, whether it's off the dribble or off the extra pass or whatever. Wires crossed. Wires crossed.
Too many turnovers going into Will Truss.
Well, Will didn't get it from Austin early, and Austin thought he would continue down to that low block, so he came back out. Wires crossed, turnover.
Our last media timeout of the first half, and it's High Point by 10.
What's special about Fats to me is the fact that we have so much passion. We just take a lot of pride in what we do and deliver to our guests every single day. When it comes to our buildings, when it comes to our food, our ingredients, we have competitive pricing. We offer value. We bring it every day. Why would I go to the competition and play in the minor leagues when I can play in the big leagues at bats.
This Big South Network game is brought to you in part by Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done. Rent it now. Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Visit MyrtleBeach.com. Come see what we're all about. And Hardee's. Eat like you mean it.
Well, there's Dr. House and the Presbyterian College Band, and we thank them very much. Dr. House, that's the PC fight song that you're hearing right now. 36-25, and you saw our graphic, the State Farm halftime preview, so make sure you stay tuned. Halftime for the State Farm halftime report with Ken Blankenship and me. We will share all of the stats of the first half and set the table for the second half of play, brought to you by State Farm. Will the students out here this evening, despite the weather conditions, thought it was going to be a little bit late this evening, but proven me wrong once again.
Nice crowd, nice snow crowd.
Correction, Jordan Downing's shot was reviewed and has been changed to a 2-point field goal, not a 3. So that makes the score an 11-point lead. That was partially tipped, I thought, but Wallace drains his third 3 of the ball game. Wallace, who averages 10.8 a game with 9 here in the first half. Adams, no. Will Truss able to chase it out. That's deep. PC struggling from behind the three-point arc here this evening.
They really are.
High Point is not. There's your difference.
Exactly. High Point's hit 7 threes thus far in the game. PC just 1.
And actually, that one was taken away.
Ooh,
is that offensive basket
very close if it wasn't. Maybe just a great effort, but I think he was probably in the cylinder. But you can see his hover time. Stays around that rim, Eric. Very dangerous in there.
Nice
Might have got away with one there, though.
But you got to credit the effort of John Brown.
Heck of a player.
Will Truss. They collapse on Will. Somebody's going to have to make some shots like that. When they collapse on Will, kick it out because somebody's open.
No doubt, and you make that extra pass just like PC did. That's good basketball. It's just about shots going in, and Will Adams still shooting the ball with confidence, and that's what he should do. He's got a nice shot. You got to step up there and shoot those things if you're out there.
High Point has done a good job as well keeping away from fouls. Remember, they got to 7 real early, but have not been called for a foul in the last several minutes. 3 team fouls on PC in the first half. 1:20 left here in Clinton. A 13-point lead for High Point. And again, when you look at the shooting, the field goal percentage, High Point shooting, I believe, at a high or mid 60%. And Presbyterian shooting at 52%. There it is, 62% for
62 and a half. And 60 from 3 is High Point. Actually, they're 7 for 10 now, and they're 16 for 24 because they just hit a 3. These are our stats from our last timeout, which was just, 30 seconds ago or 45 seconds ago or so. But PC, on the other hand, 55.6% and 16.7% from 3. And look at those assists to turnovers. 10 assists for High Point, only 4 turnovers, 5 assists.
Wow.
And 8 turnovers for PC.
If you're a High Point, you'll take that all day. Eugenie had to reverse it. McIntyre.
Ooh, good.
Nice cross.
Wow.
Well contested. And a good board by Truss.
Good box, too. I don't think it was Truss. It was somebody else that got John Brown out of there. Put a big body. Whoa, might have got away with one there, and a good finish by Truss. Good no call by the ref. They're taking into consideration that's a grown man down there from Alabama.
13 points. He leads all scorers. The differential is 11 seconds between the first half game clock and the shot clock for High Point.
Let's put it this way, Eric. John Brown will sleep very well tonight.
That's inside the arc. And look at that board by Truss.
Good job. Good extension. Strong hands. Over John Brown on that one. It'll be some tub time for John Brown tomorrow, trying to bump and grind with Truss. Nice hands by Downing. Get the extra. Great contest and a good finish. Sure was. Sure was. Right
Talk
at the
about
buzzer.
momentum going into the locker room.
41.
The second three-point field goal being drained, and it's Reggie Dillard, so that may fire him up to get ready for the
And
second
it was great
half.
defense. That was a contest, and it was a timely contest. Dillard, which is a little bit better offense, knocks down a three. And you're right, Eric, to bring them under double digits. You're right.
So at intermission, the Blue Hose go in with a little bit of momentum. They trail by 8, but they're very much in this ball game. High Point and PC on the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
You'll find them inside each huddle, on every sideline, in every classroom, on each campus, from our neighborhoods to the corner office. Student athletes from the Big South Conference, serving in roles they've trained for all their lives. Leaders. The Big South Conference, developing leaders through athletics. Learn more at BigSouthSports.com.
Did you know that after an aluminum can lands in the recycling container, it can be recycled and returned to the shelf as a new can in as little as 60 days? And when you recycle a single aluminum can, it can save the same amount of energy needed to power a TV for 3 hours. So put those cans where they belong, in the recycling bin. Brought to you by Waste Management.
So I switched my car insurance to State Farm. I saved $480. You know what that is?
Yeah, don't say it.
You know what it is, right?
Yeah, don't.
It's a lot of dough.
Switch and you could save $480 with State Farm.
It's a lot of dough.
See if your local State Farm agent can save you a lot of dough.
Get to a better state. State Farm.
I had a love-hate relationship with Philly. I loved the food.
You suck, T.O.
But the fans hated me.
Hey, T.O.
But now with the Philly cheesesteak on a burger, I get all the love and hold the hate.
The Philly Cheesesteak Thick Burger on a fresh-baked bun. Only at Hardee's.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of picture-perfect beachline will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on your family vacation. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Experience so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
So we welcome you back to the Templeton Center, along with Ken Blankenship. I'm Eric Thacker. McIntyre, Wallace, and Brown, the story for High Point. But PC does find a three-point field goal by Reggie Dillard. who was out, as you know, the game prior with the mono scare, which didn't turn out to be negative, but he gets a big three-point field goal, giving PC a little bit of momentum going into the half.
Yeah, he really did, Eric. That was a big shot, psychological boost.
That's it.
You know, and we're playing here at home, PC is, and so go into the locker room and talk about things that need to be adjusted. You know, getting to shooters better, but that is a big edge going into the thing. You could have been down 15 or more in your own building going into halftime.
Especially how the Panthers were shooting.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's an 8-point lead. The Panthers getting great balance scoring in that first half, and that's because they do a great job, like we alluded to earlier, of moving the basketball, finding open man, playing very unselfish basketball. They know they have a horse in John Brown around the bucket, but they also know on the other end that they have no answer for Will Truss. So they're going to have to do something about that, you know. So, but, I mean, you know, the key to this game is, can PC make outside shots? I mean, you know, did not shoot the ball well early. Right. Maybe that's a good sign that Dillard hit that. Look to get a little bit out of Dillard. Anything you get out of Dillard tonight is gravy, because he's been out with close to mononucleosis. So his energy level looks pretty good. A little bit limited minutes compared to what he's normally plays, because everybody who follows this program knows what a horse he is, and he gets a lot of minutes. Even as a freshman, he plays very mature. So gravy from him, some contributions from other people. Will Adams hit the 1-3. You know, stepped up and shot 3 or 4 threes with confidence. They all look good. That one went down. So they're looking for people to make threes off of rotation basketball, and we should have a good second half.
Both teams shooting lights out, though, when you consider the three-point arc and the two-point field goal area, both at 56%. Let's go ahead and take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at those first half stats, all presented by State Farm. This is the Big South Network, presented by State Farm.
Let your inner desire direct you to a delectable $1 deal of outright unequivocal delight. Because any size icy cold Coca-Cola, soft drink, or sweet tea is just $1. The simple joy of pursuing happiness.
Hi, this is Harold Nichols, head coach of your Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Are you looking for extra money this season? Why don't you do what I did and call Matt Davis State Farm Insurance for a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on your car insurance. Matt Davis State Farm Insurance knows that being there means helping you fans keep more of your money in your pocket. Why not call Matt Davis at State Farm Insurance on South Broad Street in Clinton at 833-5036. That's 833-5036. Like a good neighbor, Matt Davis and State Farm Insurance is there.
We're fighting cancer with caring, with technology, with knowledge. And now, with the Hollings Clinical Trial Network at the Medical University of South Carolina. Together, we're bringing more advanced cancer care close to home. Self Regional Healthcare Cancer Center. We bring advanced care closer.
This Big South Network game is brought to you in part by Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done. Rent it now. Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Visit MyrtleBeach.com. Come see what we're all about. And Hardee's. Eat like you mean it.
Well, let's take a look as Jordan Downing gets some scoring for PC. And then off the dribble, look at Will Truss with
double
a cross.
Yeah. Double cross. How about that, the big man?
But
open
then,
look, Cugini.
Yep, high point.
Yep.
And then another look at Will Truss, and I think that was a good call.
Yeah, it was late. We called it a good call, but late. Downing in break situation gets a foul. And
that was
the
a
lob.
Cugini,
yeah, just a hole in the zone. Slow rotation. It was a good move by Terry in the delivery off the glass. Downing with a dump down. Truss, too much bulk. Brown good, no foul. Brown in traffic.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
And Downing with a delayed dribble, and a good, you called that one under control, and the finish off glass.
Weary
with the three.
And I thought McIntyre, that was...
McIntyre gave them a nice boost, he really did. And then the quick one by Lindauer. No time wasted. Austin Anderson shot fake, and then nice down the left lane with the link. Yep, that's his strong hand. And McIntyre again finds the seam in the zone. Dump down Anderson. There's a little coil I was talking about by the big guy. Coils up and then delivers, and McIntyre again. That's really hurting. BC's got to shore that up in the second half. Can't allow it. And there's a nice dump down from Lindauer to Cugini, I believe it was. And then McIntyre again. Weak, and there's the big finish, the follow finish by Brown. And then the nice drop step going to the, the non-travel drop step going to the offhand by Truss. And then there's the three by one that hit three in a row. I mean, three, Devontae Wallace. Yep, exactly what it was. And then Downing with the pull-up. Then they counted initially three, and then they changed it to extra pass by High Point. Then the two goes. And then Truss with a nice over-the-top delivery and the finish. And then Wallace with the pull-up, missed, and then the tip. Probably was, it might have been. Yeah, I think it was really close. And then the Adams make off the three. And then the no call there. Truss with the delivery. And then right at the half, Reggie Diller with the high arcing three goes down at the buzzer.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the first half stats here at the Templeton Center on the campus of Clinton. 41-33 High Point.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need. Ken Blankenship, we talked about it, that the Panthers of High Point getting some balanced scoring. If I'm not mistaken, is there 7 or maybe 8 different players have scored for the Panthers?
Let's see, Eric. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There we go.
Exactly right. And let's talk about the field goal percentage shooting in the first half. High Point, 58.6%, 17 of 29 from 3. There's your key. 7 of 12 for 58.3%. Went to the free throw line one time and missed that one. PC, on the other hand, 13 of 23, not too bad from the field at over 56%. From the three, though, 2 of 9, just over 22%. Perfect from the free throw line. Maybe they can come close to that in the second half. They're 5 for 5 from the free throw line. Let's talk about the hustle stats. In the paint, High Point 18, PC 16. Here's a big stat, a big discrepancy here, Eric. Off of turnovers, High Point has scored 16 and PC only 4. Second chance points as well, High Point with 6, PC none in that category. Fast break points 2 and PC none. Bench scoring about even at 11 to 10. Rebounds barely in the favor of PC. They have 12 to High Point's 11. 7 of those on the offensive end for High Point, 9 on Presbyterian's end. So neither team doing a real effective job at boxing out. No real personal foul problems for either team. Adam Weary does have 2 for High Point. Assists, 6 of them go to Jorge Leham. And let's see, led in that category, PC is with 3 from Jordan Downing. No block shots in the game. 2 steals for John Brown, the 6'8 kid, sophomore from Jacksonville. 4 for the team for High Point, 3 for Presbyterian College. And of course, PC was led in scoring that half by Will Truss, as High Point had no answer for him. Down the low block, a big man with 13 on 6 of 6 shooting, having his way in the paint, went to the free throw line, was 1 for 1. Also 4 rebounds, 1 foul in 19 minutes for Will Truss. Jordan Downing having another fine game, although he only has 6 points. He's 2 for 5 from the field. Has not hit a 3 yet. He's 0 for 3 from the field run. So actually, I said he's having a fine game. He's actually a little under par for him. He is 2 for 2 on the free throw line. He does have, let's see, 3 assists, though, so a nice balanced game for Jordan Downing. Has a steal and 1 turnover in 20 minutes for the conference's 4th leading scorer. And that's your halftime stats provided by Hardee's.
All righty, well, thank you very much,
You're quite
Tim
welcome.
Blankenship. Well, the Blue Hose still looking for their first win in conference play. They have a 1-game lead, I think, in the winning series here at home against the Panthers. The Panthers, although have won, I think, 4 out of the last 5 meetings.
You are correct, sir.
Brown and Wallace again.
And that Dillard just cannot leave him. You can't leave anybody, but especially Wallace. He's shooting 60%. Now it's gone up to probably 70 or better in conference, as he's knocked down. Hold a minute and I'll tell you. Good dump down and a right-hand finish by Truss.
Truss, if he has a second half like he had in the first half, it'll be a career evening for Will Truss.
No question. He's playing very good basketball this year. He's really matured. But you've just got to get closer to shooters. I'm sure that was a point of emphasis. Dillard can't run too far out of the play. Look at Wallace.
Again.
Yep.
Dillard can't.
And he was a little closer that time, but it's still not close enough. You see, Wallace is a big-time shooter.
15 points for Wallace.
From 3. Hit a button I shouldn't have. Hold on.
So he's now tied with Truss.
He's 5 for 6 from behind the arc tonight.
And Weary with the block from behind.
That's a nice block. It's a good move by Will Adams, but it's a crafty block from behind from Weary. Good recover by him. Made a nice play without fouling.
Again, PC really defended out of the zone, extended well early, and will pick up the foul off of Laham.
That's a tough call there. I like the fact that Jordan Downing is going to the bucket like that, but that was a tough call on High Point on that. I thought that was kind of a bailout. Jordan's a little bit out of control there.
Jordan Downing.
Try to make it a 10-point game if he can knock down both free throws. Very solid from the line. 3 of 3 now.
Jordan Downing, the other scorer, well, the main scorer in this program, has developed well this year too. Not just a jump shooter anymore.
but only 2 field goals and 4 free throws for 8 points for the junior.
Fell down on the defensive end there. I don't know what happened. Oh, great catch by Brown, saving the possession. The Truss could have easily had it. Oh, what a move.
Yeah, that was not a travel. Adams actually got him around the waist.
Easy foul number 24.
If we take another look at that, watch the move that Blankenship was talking about, and then watch Adams try to slow him up by putting his arms around him.
What an athlete this John Brown is. Did you see that just to save the possession was a great athletic play? And then the spin move in traffic when Will Adams was pinching down to help out defensively. Brown avoided not only a walk, but also possibly a charge on Truss. He is such a load to guard. As you see there, 6'8", 205 with really outstanding leaping ability, hang time, length, and a variety of stuff he can go to around the bucket. Nice soft delivery at the line as well. Great rotation on his shot. Really a complete player. Will make a good bit of money after his college days somewhere. I would say probably in Europe. Good job
Nice.
by Downing by Austin Anderson, and then the delivery by Downing.
So High Point for the first time shows the full court pressure, and PC like that able to get the assist and the field goal. 10-point lead now, High Point.
You see Lahan, yeah, no contest. Dodged a bullet, but Brown working down there. Good job by Downing to get on, by Adams to get on the floor.
That's why he's getting playing time. I bet you Greg Nybert appreciates his defensive effort more than what Terry's been.
I've never seen lack of effort by any of these players in the PC program.
And I'm not saying
I'm not saying you were implying that, but he is just indicative of the type of player in this program, and that credits coaching too.
Better defense there. Brown's got to get the shot off. They left Weary alone, and that's a live ball and a fresh 35. Missed opportunity there, Presbyterian, defensively.
Yeah, you get them that late in the shot clock and you get a miss. It's tough when you can't corral that thing. Pretty good defensive possession so far, and then
Dillard
fell down.
slipped.
Got a possession anyway. Yep, Dillard sure did.
And he almost did again.
Yep.
I thought maybe something was wrong with his leg, and no, actually something on the floor.
It's a good job by Weary in that pick and roll situation. Downing
The
with
fade.
Yep.
That just
A little bit of tunnel vision there. Pretty good D. Faded back. Got a good look. Just didn't. Oh, that's a. Look at that, well, what BC has done, they've dug their own hole as far as this kid's concerned. They've let him get into a rhythm and a groove. And if you really don't press him now, he's going to have a huge night from outside the arc. Already having a huge night. It's fake, now deliver, and I got it stripped.
Another one. Wow. It's a career night. Look out. Wallace is sending a message to not only PC, but the rest of the conference.
Yeah, I mean, Eric, come on now. Sometimes players get on a roll, but sometimes you assist them a little bit. And I'm not saying it's total breakdowns, but find that guy, you know. Maybe even, I mean, you start thinking as a coach here now, do I go boxing one on this kid? Do I go man-to-man? What do I do? Or somebody's getting an earful right now. At least one or two guys are getting an earful right now. You got to find that guy. As soon as the possession changes, you know, you get back on defense and find that guy, because this guy's going to shoot him in transition. He's going to shoot him into half-court sets. He's going to let that thing fly.
Are we going to see a man-to-man defense now? I mean, that almost forces you to go man.
No question. I mean, I'm not saying you have to do it right away, but I would certainly, it's got to cross Coach Nybert's mind. There's no question. And I think you very well might see it right here. You've got to change something. If you don't, you know, it's the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. You get blown out of your own building. This kid's on a roll. He's in a zone, any cliche you want to use. And what is he shooting now? Wallace is 7 of 8 from 3 now. You know, I don't know what the all-time three-point makes is in this building. I would guess somewhere around 9 or 10, maybe
Right.
11. Outside chance of that. But he's certainly got a lot of time to do that. PC needs to shore up that, because he's basically the difference here. High Point's ability to find him, sometimes in transition and sometimes in the half-court sets, and he's letting it fly. Just late contest by PC. So we'll see him make the adjustment there.
21 points on 7 3-point field goals.
Yeah, and all of a sudden now their balance, the balance scoring at halftime is not so balanced, but they could care less. That's it. You know, that's what good teams do. If you get somebody rolling, they're just, you know, they're feeding him, and you know, he's rolling.
Maham doing an excellent job assisting as well. He's got, what, 9 assists?
Yeah, he sure does. He's got 9 assists. That's very impressive. So PC has got to, now a little pressure, full court pressure. It's like a zone press. PC needs to turn and attack. Still need to attack, okay. Now, good under control there. Pretty good transition D coming out of that zone trap situation for High Point. Good attack by Dillard.
Yeah, and Brown, even on the help, unable to stop Dillard from going to the well.
Dillard with that strong body shielding the right-hand delivery.
Still plenty of time here, PC fans. 14 is the lead. You still have 15 minutes here.
Just have to have good defensive trips here. You can't leave shooters, you know, with such great looks. I mean, you credit High Point on that too, but you've got to tighten up if you're PC.
And a Presbyterian foul.
I think part of the problem there was Downing got up out of his stance.
PC foul on number 21, Jordan Downing.
Got to stay low in your stance.
That's his first, team second.
Second team foul, the first on Downing. Media timeout on the floor. It is a 14-point lead for the visiting team.
There's a place where past vacation memories are talked about and shared for a lifetime, where new experiences never disappoint, and where the only thing better than visiting is coming back again. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 60 miles of picture-perfect beachline will take your breath away, but leave your wallet happy, because you shouldn't have to sacrifice on your family vacation. Visit Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Experience so much more for so much less, and leave with memories to last a lifetime.
Hello, beautiful. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much did my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
I don't have State Farm, but insurance, find me money.
I got you $1. Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you with unexpected savings. That's getting to a better state.
See your local State Farm agent to help you with unexpected savings.
These buns aren't baking in a factory or at a McDonald's, Burger King, or Wendy's. There's only one place to get them. Introducing Fresh Baked Buns. Baked fresh in restaurant. Try them on the new Philly cheesesteak 3rd pound thick burger. Only at Hardee's.
Get social with the Big South. Join our always growing network of fans on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Connect with us through BigSouthSports.com and be a part of the discussion now. Follow, watch, like, and share with the Big South Conference.
Good, Jeannie. Thank you, Ken Blankenship. The Panthers on top. Adams, good defense, and that's what we talked about. Maybe that's why he has the playing time, and then Adams gets hit with the foul. Let's take a look at those numbers there, Ken.
I got them right here, Eric.
Number 24, Will Adams.
High Point shooting it over 58%, 21 for 36 from the field. 11 of 18 from 3. There's your big story of the game, 61%. as Cugini pulls up. Nice jumper over Herrera. And from the free throw line, High Point at over 66%, 2 of 3. PC on the other hand, 16 of 28 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3, and 7 of 7 from the line.
Open look by Downing.
Jordan Downing for 3.
See my point from earlier? I mean, we get to see it every night. Maybe there's some new watchers on the internet hadn't seen this kid play, but this kid's pretty special too now.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Wallace, who only averages, I say only, it's impressive, 10.8 a game.
That'll go
now
up.
with 23. That's his first 2-point field goal. Will Truss gets his 4th point of the second half, and he is in double digits as well.
Yeah, I expect Wallace to possibly have a big tournament. Gives us a chance to mention the Big South tournament down in Myrtle Beach, early March. I'm sure you have the dates on that.
17 points for Will Truss, but the story here this evening is Devontae Wallace from Baltimore, Maryland, the 6'5 junior. Danny Herrera, scoreless tonight. Downing being held, I don't want to say in check, 9 points, but quiet points.
No, he's got
he's got 13 because he has four free throws. But not as much of an impact as you would think with those points.
Still some time to work on that. Be good down the stretch here. 13-point game, you're still okay. You just have to have better defensive trips is what you're. But credit High Point, they're hard to guard, especially when Wallace is rolling like this. Because you notice PC has gone to a man when they came out of that timeout. Gone to a man. Let's see if they can be a little more effective in their man. Brown.
Not a threat from that deep, I guess. I like this defense, Ken. I like the switch here.
There's no
already
question.
Down into single digits on the shot clock at 5.
That's what you like to see, McIntyre. So they'll get it to Brown, though. Oh. Good job,
Herrera.
Yep.
And alternating possession arrow to PC. The man-to-man defense was key there.
Yep, no doubt. No doubt. Made him take a tough shot. They got the ball to their best player in a pretty good shape late in the shot clock. Just didn't deliver there.
Eugenie actually called on a foul. That is his first, team foul number 2. And now the Panthers will show some full court pressure on the inbound.
I tell you what, you better pack your lunch if you're going to play High Point in the tournament too now. They got a good club. They really do. First one, Will needs to turn an attack there. He can get a foul line jump shot, and I know he can knock those down consistently.
Now that's
off
going to
High
stay.
Point should
that's
be.
going to stay in with PC. And good sportsmanship to see John Brown get Will off the deck to help him out there. That's what I like to see.
No doubt.
So
Will with a little bump to the left elbow. I think he's okay there.
So Brown will guard the inbound pass. Adams open for 3 and a rimmed out and a good
job by Truss.
And then keeping it alive, Jordan Downing. And then a blocking foul.
Big call there.
Is that on McIntyre?
High Point foul on number 22.
No, Weary.
Yep.
That's his third.
Team third. High Point substitution.
Foul number 3.
Edwards and number 24.
So Edwards will come back in. Lindauer will come back in.
Eugenie out. Weary out. Good job. Oh, I said good job, and then whoa.
Well, I tell you what we had there was Scott Cherry was actually lobbying for an over and the back. He's smiling now, the head coach of the High Point Panthers, but a heads-up timeout by the PC bench. (59-46). High Point shooting at 59%. PC just one tick behind at 58%. The story in this contest.
Shooting it from 3, yeah. That's the difference, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah.
61% for High Point, 27% for PC. PC perfect from the free throw line tonight at 7 attempts. And then 9 turnovers for PC and but 4 for High Point. Just 4 turnovers all night.
That's taking care of the basketball.
Yep, it really is.
13-point lead. PC can trim it on this possession. Still plenty of time with 12:46 left here in Clinton.
Almost a carry there by Austin Anderson.
He's been called for that a couple times this year.
Not real good spacing that time by Adams and Anderson. Anderson taking advantage there and finds an open Dillard, fading back a little bit on that shot. See Reggie step in there, a little bit of better balance on that. Same type shot he hit at the buzzer, though, at the end of the first half.
Dillard was 7. 0 points here in the first 8 minutes of the second half. And that's a blocking foul on Anderson.
Good quick step by McIntyre and Austin.
PC foul on number 4.
Didn't react quite as quickly as he needed to, cutting him off.
Media timeout on
McIntyre is difficult to guard off the dribble now, there's no question.
Media timeout on the floor. Anderson picks up foul number 1, team foul number 4. High Point by 13.
Let your inner desire direct you to a delectable $1 deal of outright unequivocal delight. Because any size icy cold Coca-Cola, soft drink, or sweet tea is just $1. The simple joy of pursuing happiness.
Hi, this is Harold Nichols, head coach of your Presbyterian College Blue Hose. Are you looking for extra money this season? Why don't you do what I did and call Matt Davis State Farm Insurance for a free discount double check that could save you hundreds of dollars on your car insurance. Matt Davis State Farm Insurance knows that being there means helping you fans keep more of your money in your pocket. Why not call Matt Davis at State Farm Insurance on South Broad Street in Clinton at 833-5036. That's 833-5036. Like a good neighbor, Matt Davis and State Farm Insurance is there.
This Big South Network game is brought to you in part by Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done. Rent it now. Pepsi Max. 0 calories, maximum Pepsi taste. Visit MyrtleBeach.com. Come see what we're all about. And Hardee's. Eat like you mean it.
We welcome you back to the Templeton Center. Ken Blankenship.
Well, let's see who can get it done down the stretch. 13-point lead, plenty of time, Eric. And of course, High Point's McIntyre to shoot 2 here, or 1 and 1, I believe. No, it's a two-shot foul, right?
Yep,
as he was going to the bucket, that's right.
Blocking foul on Austin Anderson, and that's team foul number 4. .13-point lead. The sophomore kind of shook his head after missing that first one.
McIntyre from Harrisburg, as we mentioned earlier.
And makes 2 out of 2. McIntyre shoots 50% from the line.
Another
they did there.
Press.
Adams don't want to dribble to that baseline. That center pass key to break a press.
Will needs to do more to advance the ball. He's a guard. He's acting like he's a big man. He needs to advance the ball. They're off of him. Be more aggressive, especially in that press.
He left him alone for a second, and Will Truss tried to keep it alive, but knocks it out of bounds.
There, finally we see Terry.
High point substitution number 22.
And that's for scoring.
Well, it's for everything.
Defense too. I think he's quick. He can take you off the dribble. And maybe Greg Nybert saw that, you know, that Adams didn't attack when maybe he should have.
Yeah, I just think, you know, Will Adams, he's a worst case scenario is a 2 guard, but I think isn't he a point guard?
Yes.
I mean, he handles the ball and should be attacking when he's got so much room in that press, not acting like he needs that extra help.
Nice pass to that far side and a nice rebound. That was a good block out. All set up by John Brown and the block out of Will
activity,
Truss.
you saw the activity, and then the delivery with the right hand, the offhand, because he's left-handed. But it was the activity, the foot movement, you know. That's a wall.
Yeah, that is.
Wow, bailed out by foul on Lindauer. Could have easily been called a walk,
And I agree with you. I think he did try.
5-point foul on number 24, Anthony Lindauer. That's his second.
Second foul on Lindauer, 4th team foul. Both teams committing
At the
4
line,
fouls
number
here.
2, Marcus Terry.
Marcus
They're
Terry.
going to give him a shooting foul here? Wow.
Now
I thought that was on the floor. I never saw him go up in a shooting motion.
76% free throw shooter.
High point substitution number 4, Cliff Cornish.
Soft delivery. Nice bucket there. You see the good balance by Terry. Second of 2 delivered as well.
4 points for Terry. Still a 14-point game.
What we have here. Foul off the ball, maybe? No, some adjustment. I'm not sure. Maybe it was a...
They want to check
shot
the
clock
scores
issue,
table, maybe, or
I think he's looking at the shot clock on the opposite end now.
yeah,
Because it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't going. I guess both of them weren't going. So they adjust
Well, that's heads-up play.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say give them a little credit
Yes,
for
sir.
keeping their
Yes,
eye
sir.
on everything.
I don't nearly enough.
I take
do
it for granted.
That's right. I don't nearly enough, admittedly.
In for the first time is Cliff Cornish, the redshirt freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, who will guard Will Truss. And he'll get a rebound, but then loses it to Truss. Truss fights him away and then finds an outlet. Downing trying to get the and one.
He might have gotten hit on the way up, too. Good aggressive play by Jordan Downing.
That's why I said tried to get the and one.
Cuts it to 12, exactly. You need those in transition, as long as they're playing under control, you know, and taking good shots. Don't mind that at all. You need that at this stage.
Don't think.
Foul off the ball. No, I got a wet spot, maybe. Yeah, wet
That's
spot
where
under
Will,
the basket. Yeah.
Will Truss was down there along with Cornish. Danny Herrera set to come in.
DC substitution
See if we
number
can
0,
get something out of Herrera here.
High point
Play
substitution.
a key role in this comeback for BC. Maybe even stepping out and nailing a 3 or 2 on the other end.
Well, look, you see Cornish has a height and bulk advantage on Herrera. Let's see if they don't try to post him up on the block.
Cliff Cornish, 6'9", 250 out of Baltimore. He's a big kid.
Herrera doing a good job of keeping him on his hip.
Oh, looked like an offensive foul.
Same team, good communication. Anderson, that looks good. Oh, rimmed out. Cornish with the board.
Cornish is a man now.
Yeah,
6'9", 250. Wow. He's just a freshman, redshirt freshman.
Herrera keeping the freshman from behind the arc underneath the basket.
High Point will be very deliberate running their offenses. Coach Cherry likes to take the time out.
And what I wanted to say is PC doing a lot better job defending their half-court.
No doubt. That's why they're getting back in this game, slowly but surely.
Audio issue there on our headset. Ouch. south side, bringing the toboggans and the hats.
First snow all year, isn't it?
First snow, if you want to call it that.
Well, I mean, you know.
I don't call it dusting snow.
Yeah, I know, but it's a little more than a dusting. Well, I mean, you've been inside a long time now. I got here several hours after you did, and it's not so much there was a bunch of snow, but it was just very cold right after it snowed, you know? Wallace.
Long shot for three. Look at that.
What's he got, 9 threes? No, he's got 8 threes.
Downing answers.
How about a 3-point shooting contest between Downing and Wallace after the game for bonus?
How about an audio box that's not killing our eardrum?
Fight through it, big guy. Fight through it.
65-52. That one deep. Terry with the board. And good ball handling by Terry to wait for his teammates.
Kind of a lazy delivery by Terry on that. Austin saved the possession.
Nice little move there, but can't finish. And PC needs those possessions.
Really do. Got a guard in transition here now. John Brown elects wisely, of course, to run a little bit of clock.
Laham.
Working on a double-digit assist night is Laham. He already has 10. Not close enough on the D. Dodged a bullet there. Got a little stronger contest by Downing on that.
PC needs to make a run right here.
No question.
Need to score. Off of the foot of Truss, but knocked out of bounds, they say, by High Point.
Media timeout.
Media timeout on the floor. The Blue Hose have 7.5 minutes, and they trail by 13.
Welcome to the Wow Zone at Triangle Rent-A-Car. We have it, and you know you want it. Big, stylish, roomy, and all decked out. Our selection of sport utility vehicles at Triangle Rent-A-Car is second to none. Navigational systems, roll stability, satellite radios, leather seats, DVD players. So lean back, close your eyes, and imagine yourself in a Triangle Rent-A-Car SUV. Triangle Rent-A-Car. Just tell us what you need.
Fans, be sure to visit BigSouthSports.com and check out the league's online store with the best variety of Big South merchandise anywhere. Gear up with officially licensed apparel from all Big South schools. Watch for new products and even order gift certificates, all at the Big South Sports online store at BigSouthSports.com.
Devontae Wallace in conference play in the Big South is now, let me get this right, 26 for 39. And that's got to be close to 80%, if not better.
And that's got to be one of the best in all of NCAA basketball.
No, there's no question. He's really stroking it. He's really shooting the ball at a high clip. BC needs a bucket here in the worst kind of way. Option one, Truss was taken off, so Downing.
Yep, and a little Edwards foul there. His first.
High Point foul on number 3.
Or his second.
5 team-wise on High Point here in the second half.
Still time.
Am I reading
here.
that right? Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Still time. But the clock now the enemy of the hose.
Needs help over there. Help came almost too late. Downing with the advantage. Good.
Almost 3 seconds and they got him. And that's a good call.
Yeah, and he should have, Jordan knows he's got to rise up there. You ball fake like that, especially with his legs and all that, just can't get caught in that situation. If you do, rise up and get the ball on the rim, you know? That's what he has to do. Put a token pressure here from Anderson. Handled well by Laha.
Fans, don't forget, we will award our Hardy Star of the game at our last media timeout, which is inside of the 4-minute mark, and I think we all
have
know
a
who's
strong
going to get that.
front runner, do we not?
I think so.
Laha with a little bit of on the deck skills. Good job by Downing, sealing and staying with the box out for the possession.
There's still time here.
Good job by Downing. Oh,
and a nice soft
tip.
left hand by Truss.
Good idea by Jordan Downing. A little bit of hesitation, then explode to the rim and to the glass. Couldn't get it to go down, but a nice follow by Truss.
19 points for the junior from Birmingham.
Closest PC's been in a long time, Eric. Big possession here defensively. Got to make them make a tough one here. Everything's got to be contested. You can't give up anything cheap, and that's the one you want to guard. There you go. Better job by Dillard. And then they let him go right down.
Wallace.
Better job until the last 2 seconds, that is.
2 two-point field goals to go along with his 8 3-point jumpers.
So he's got 28, is that what you're telling me? Nice delivery by Austin Anderson. And Brown right there to take the charge. Didn't get the call. But you can see what a complete player John Brown is.
For PC to be trailing by 11 with High Point shooting so well is, you know, the fact that they're still in this game says something.
Oh, no doubt. Speaks to a lot of heart, too. Brown just never had control of that. He saw an open player under the basket and got ahead of himself.
Now PC's got to make
trip.
High Point pay here.
Big trip. There's the
Dillard.
one you want. Get in there.
And one no.
Make
High
2
point foul,
here.
number 15, Lorenzo Cugini.
Genie
That's
is
his
second.
Make 2 here, and you got a 3-possession game. Very doable.
Yeah, just
At the
inside
line,
of 5
number
minutes
14,
here.
Reggie Dillard.
Every time High Point fouls, Coach Cherry just cringes because that's stopping the clock, and it allows the trailing team to get in the game, allows them to break, get a little bit of rest.
But Dillard, 41% free throw shooter, although he knocks that one down.
I wouldn't let you talk because you were going to jinx him. See, that was what it was. I did that on purpose. 10-point game, Eric.
Big free throw here for Dillard to cut it to a single-digit High Point lead. And he does.
Reggie playing well tonight, especially for a guy who wasn't even expected to play tonight.
Looking for the trap. Anderson alertly goes away to stick with his man. I'm looking for matchups here. Weary, Cugini.
Gave him 2 wide open look.
Yeah.
Lindauer.
Anthony Lindauer.
Not doing a big shot.
Dillard didn't get on him.
12-point game again. That was a big miscue
free.
there. Yep, and a big make by Lindauer. Boy, he's not shy. And rightfully so. Nice player, good shot.
The one problem that PC has had this year defensively have been contesting 3-point attempts.
You are correct, sir.
To put
that
it
has
simply,
been their undoing more times than not, hasn't it?
giving up too many offensive boards, second chance opportunities to the opposition, and not being able to defend the 3-ball have been the weakness of the defense.
And the 3-ball shooting has been the difference tonight. 13 of 21 for High Point. 8 of them, of course, from the aforementioned Wallace. And then PC, on the other hand, 3 for 14. Usually get at least 3 threes out of Downing a game. He's only 1 for 5 from 3 tonight. Having a nice game with 17 points, right around his average.
But quiet.
Following Truss's 19, yeah, but that is a subpar game for him. Now, he's having a nice all-around game. You know what I'm saying? He's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He has 2 rebounds, 3 assists, but not the big scoring night that you normally get from Jordan Downing. But a great game from Will Truss. He's 9 for 9 from the field and 1 for 1 from the free throw line with 7 rebounds. Will Truss with another very solid effort.
Important trip, Presbyterian College. Nice kick out to Terry. Got to make that, and he does.
Well done on both those guys' part. Way to really relax on your shot, Terry, and knock that thing down. It's a big bucket.
Yeah, that answers.
Got to get a stop here. You got to get 2 or 3 in a row. Can't give up wide open looks, and certainly nothing cheap. And second chance points, you've got to rebound the ball as well. Fine line now for High Point. If you're trying to sit on it too much and still taking good shots, getting something in your offense, very late
Genie,
contest.
that would be big. Wow.
It's just a late contest.
Wow.
I mean, that's a very good basketball player knocking down, and Jordan Downing did not go out in time, especially in that situation.
2 3-point field goals by Cucini, who has 12. Anderson tries to answer, can't. Truss keeps it alive, and then it's fouled.
Wow, tough call. Did he get Brown for that? Yeah,
Yep.
he did. Got Brown on the push. I didn't see that. I don't know, maybe we can get that again from the truck.
So Truss will shoot 1 and 1 here.
Media
Tough call.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Media timeout on the floor. And when we come back, we're going to talk about our Hardy Star Player of the Game. And it comes, well, there he is.
Yeah, in the flesh, Mr. Wallace.
We'll share the numbers with you about our Hardy Star of the Game when we return here. And it's High Point who looks to have this one.
Presbyterian College in 30 seconds. Here goes. Incredible professors.
You've got a beautiful campus.
Students who are fun-loving.
We're only 2.5 hours from the beach.
PC is a caring Christian community.
Great facilities, academic and athletic.
Mountains are just an hour and a half away.
Groundbreaking research. Division I sports.
PC is family. PC is home.
Leaders aren't born, they're made. And for 3 decades, the Big South Conference's focus has been the development of leaders in college athletics. In 30 years, we've seen national champions, All-Americans, Olympians, Sweet 16 berths, and top 25 rankings. But most of all, we've seen thousands of student athletes reach new heights in the classroom and in their communities. 30 years of developing leaders through athletics. That's the Big South Conference.
Our Hardy Star of the Game, right there. Devontae Wallace, the 6'5" junior out of Baltimore, Maryland. And 28 points
At the line, number 15,
for number
Will
23.
Eight
Excellent.
threes.
That is amazing.
8 of 9 from 3.
And Will Truss still trying to make something happen for the Blue Hose here.
Too hard.
And he misses the 1-and-1. Brown clears. The one stat, Ken Blankenship, that I want to talk about. We know about the 3-point shooting, hot for High Point, cold for PC. It is almost a 4-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Yep. High Point, 18-5. There's your game there, too.
We're in a lot of games like that for high assists, low turnovers.
PC 14 and 10. 10 at this point, maybe a couple higher than you'd like, but still. And there's another assist. And it's been that kind of night for High Point, leading by 14 now. It's a good basketball team. Nice no-look by Truss. And an open jumper for Terry. This is one of Greg Nybert's best shooting teams he's ever had here, but not knocking down the outside shot tonight.
Yeah, not contesting shots well enough either.
That's a charge.
Maybe too close to the basket.
Yeah, that could be it.
I thought he was outside that little circle.
If he was outside the circle, that was a charge all the way. Let's see if we can get another look at that, because this is now the third year that arc's been in underneath the basket. If we can look at the highlight of that drive right before, then we can take a look and see if Austin Anderson was in there or not. Guess we don't have it. Okay, and the 1-and-1. Downing clears.
And one. Oh, Cugini. And in a cookie jar.
5-point foul on number 15, Lorenzo Cugini.
Okay, we are going to get a look right here. Let's take a look. He was outside the arc. That was a charge. Here's a better view.
A no call. Watch, see if he gets to the side.
Oh no, that's a charge all day long. I'm sorry. You should be allowed to defend.
Well, there wasn't a whole bunch of contact. Maybe a little bit.
Not saying that's I just like those. I mean, the blocking / charge call is the hardest in all of sports.
It's harder than brain surgery.
Yes.
Man, it really is.
That's why I like to do that and try to put my 2 cents in.
Well, I mean, hindsight, you can get it right 8 out of 10 times anyway, but,
Downing will get the 2 out of 2.
Muhammad's done a good job of taking care of the basketball for High Point tonight. Matter of fact, team-wise, they've been great taking care of it.
Yeah, only 5 turnovers.
Good block that time by Dillard. Good defense there. A little too little and too late.
Yeah.
Kick out and make by Dillard.
An 11-point game now. Seen crazier things before.
Well, if you can't get a steal early in the shot clock, I think you've got a foul here if you can find a low percentage free throw shooter.
Oh.
Maybe not right now on this possession, but certainly on the next one. Now you just got to play tough D here. Try to get this possession. Mahomes letting up.
And 3 seconds left on the shot clock when they inbound.
Went off somebody's foot unintentionally, so it will stay at 3.
1 minute remaining.
Yep. Actually, you got to credit Weary for throwing that thing back up there.
Volleyballing it.
Yep, knowing that the shot clock was gone.
Expiring.
Need a 3 here.
Wholesale changes.
Edwards and number 11, Hashim McIntyre.
Well, McIntyre, who played such a great first half.
Yep, really had an impact on this game. Really did. Getting those easy layups around the bucket.
Yeah, McIntyre had 6 first half points.
Oh, what a pick.
Average 2.
Somebody better tell him about Truss down there.
And 1.
Delivery. Right hand. That's 2 or 3 times he used the right hand tonight. Wicked pick by Truss as well.
5-point foul.
See, McIntyre never saw the big fella.
That's his 4th.
Coming to pick him right at half court, just beyond half court.
Number 15, Will Truss. 5-point substitution, number 12.
McIntyre's already probably needs to visit the chiropractor after that one.
15, Lorenzo Cugini.
Or maybe just thought he just did a bad chiropractor.
Will Truss, we said it before. It's easy to like this young man.
And look at the production again tonight, too. Would have had 22 to make there. Keep Cugini there. Couldn't do it.
Nice little pass to keep it out.
Away, yeah. Go ahead and foul. Don't wait.
Nine-point lead, and Congeni is going to try to seal it for High Point.
Side out, I believe, there.
Oh, yeah, only 6 fouls on Presbyterian.
One more bonus.
Either on Terry
Wallace
or
will add
Dillon.
to his 28 to go for 30, I guess, tonight.
BC foul on number 2.
Party star of the game, Devontae Wallace.
Team 7. At the line, number 23,
Tell you a little bit about Devontae Wallace, Mr. Thacker. The junior, 6'5", 185, out of Baltimore, Maryland. Heck of a player.
Yep.
One to watch in the Big South tournament down at Coastal Carolina in the HTC Center. Early March. Check the website. Great block.
Nice block by Brown. And then the foul on Downing as Weary will get the shoot the 1 and 1.
Even on a quiet night for Brown, 12 points, 5 of 9. 2 for 2 from the line. Did not shoot a 3 yet. 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 fouls for Brown, and I have him now for only 1 block. Okay, I thought he might have had another one, but that was it. Weary knocks his first one down. So it's pretty much the thorn is still in the side of Presbyterian and not being able to put that full 40 minutes together tonight.
Exactly. Anderson.
Nice pull up 3. Yep.
Austin Anderson.
8-point game and a foul in the backcourt. And I think this will be Laham's turn at the line for
BC foul on number 4, Austin Anderson. His 3rd.
Well, PC
Team 9
did,
at the line, number 12.
Able to get 71 points in the ball game.
Need a point guard that can make free throws down the stretch. Maham with a nice delivery there.
Well, PC is going to have to look to the Keydets of VMI Friday night to try to see if they can get their first conference win of the season. Downing. Terry. Nice shot by Terry. Makes it a respectable 7-point game. And that's going to do it. Your final score, 81 to 74. We'll keep it right here. We're going to have a visit with Coach Greg Nybert. But Ken Blankenship, we got to get ready for the Keydets Friday night in Virginia. Friday night game opposed to a Saturday night game.
Yep, got to get ready. Got to get back in the film room and get back out on the practice court, correct some things, and Coach Nybert will tell you what.
And we'll be joined by Ken Blankenship here momentarily. Meantime, we're going to get Coach Greg Nybert to join us. And he's able to join us now. And your final score, once again, 81 to 74. Coach Greg Nybert, again, still looking for that first win. High Point shot, lights out. The difference in the ball game, to me, was their ability to hit 3-point shots. We kind of struggled behind the arc, but also their assist to turnover margin was almost 4-1.
Yeah, well, the biggest thing that got us was we finally got Reggie back. We haven't had a team like to play with a whole lot of depth, and man-to-man isn't something that we've had to try to make that zone work. We knew we had to stop John Brown. We knew we had to keep him off the free throw line. The only thing we were concerned with was the 3, and they let up the 3 in terms of especially one guy going 8 for 9. We went man-to-man. I think 8 of those, all those 3s came against zone.
Yes, they were.
And I mean, that's where we're trying to plug holes, and we got to go with that zone. We just got Reggie back the other day, but what Reggie does give us now, along with Marcus Terry and Will Adams, and Danny and Will, is we do have some depth now to play some man-to-man and not give up the 3. And the job that Will Truss did on John Brown and what Will Truss did down there is shows us where we are.
Absolutely.
we got to keep working harder and harder on man-to-man defense, and I think we can play it now with the young basketball team. It's hard. We kind of gave them some excuses, because man-to-man is a little harder on how hard you got to play. We didn't have the depth early. We didn't have the depth sometimes in here, not letting Will get in foul trouble. And the zone was good for Will, but probably we need to play man-to-man, and we can put Danny in there for Will. We can bring Ed in. We got the subs now to play a little man-to-man defense.
And now you're getting experience with both defenses as we get ready for early March.
There you go. And the rebounding was better.
Yes.
We out-rebounded them. We played man-to-man. We just the thing that got us right here was the three-point shooting, and that was all in zone, all in zone. And we got out of the zone. I could have been proud of the guys because we hardly even practiced man-to-man because we've been trying to get guys in there and know what we're doing. But this team, I was so proud of them. We could play man-to-man. Hopefully man-to-man will take away the three. We're a better block-out team because you know exactly who you got. And we got the depth now to do that and mix in a little bit of both.
Do you still like what you're seeing?
Oh, gosh. We have a chance. I mean, that's a 7-point game, and I know they hit threes. But, I mean, we came down there, and Austin missed a three, and we missed a layup. And we would have been a 7-point game with 4 or 5 minutes to go. And we dug ourselves such a big hole in there, again, hitting all those threes out there and begin the second half. And, that's why I'm so proud of these guys. These guys never quit, and we can do this. We can do this. Because I tell them after every game, do you think you can beat that team? And every one of them, we know we can. And it's exciting with the young team. We just got to keep getting better and get better at man-to-man defense.
Well, you say they're not quitting, and you're not going to quit on them.
Oh, heck no. These guys are awesome. These guys are awesome.
All right, Greg Nybert, we look forward to your action Friday night against the Keydets.
We're going to have to guard them.
Yes.
We're going to have to guard them. Yeah, we're going to have to guard them.
But we know you're building this team for early March.
No question. No question.
We're going to be with you all the way.
Couldn't be prouder of them. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ken.
All righty, Coach Greg Nybert again, getting his team ready for early March. And as Ken and I have talked about before, yes, we're the voice of the Blue Hose, and you may say, hey, a little bit of sugarcoating, but this team has talent, and they are young. And the fact that now, as Coach talked about, learning to play the man-to-man defense to complement what they can do in the zone, although they didn't play well in the zone tonight, still gives them that extra tool in their tool bag when you head down to the beach.
Made a little push, and the man-to-man got them back in it, made some adjustments, but just some late contests, just some, you've got to put together a complete game when you play a complete team, and that's what High Point's a pretty good team now in the Big South, and they've got a guy that they're riding right now, not only in a what I would consider a true superstar in John Brown, who had a kind of a subdued game tonight,
thanks to Will Truss,
especially scoring the ball. Yeah, exactly. Great job by Will Truss down on the block. But now you've got a guy in Wallace who's just really been rolling in this league, and you just gave him too many open looks, and boy, he just continued what he's been doing the last several games of really shooting the basketball well, and also showed the ability to put it on the deck a little bit when he needed to and make other types of shots. So he's more of a complete player. But the thing about it is that High Point has a lot of Swiss Army knives themselves. These other guys, Cugini, we saw the other kid come in, number 11. Yeah, I mean, all these guys play the game. They're well-rounded, and they do different phases of the game, and they're unselfish. And when you can get guys who can, at every position, who do a lot of things well, shoot the ball as well too, and they're unselfish, and you've got a superstar like John Brown down there. I mean, now they suffered on the defensive end trying to guard Truss, but everybody does in this league. But they had enough, and Wallace is 28, and and everybody else doing their thing, fairly balanced scoring, and they're a good basketball team. They're well coached. They'll be tough. They'll be a tough out in the tournament down in Conway.
Are there upsets in the Big South tournament? Just go back to last year. Okay, what did Radford do? Talk to UNC Asheville about what happened to them last year in the first round. PC's going to draw the #1 seed. No question about that. I think PC has enough talent on this team to maybe pull an upset in the first round. I know that's still down the road. But anyway, Ken and I will be with you on the Voice of the Blue Hose, WKRI 91.9. We'll get things started about 10 till 7, tip off about 7 or 7:05 against the Keydets of VMI. Till then, stay warm and stay out of the snow. Good night, everybody.